Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome back. And for those of you who don't already know, I'm Evan Law. And for those of you who haven't guessed from the title what this is going to be about, just going to be like a few things in life that I just find a bit confusing or frustrating, make me angry or piss me off. Now, my first thing has to do with the more elderly people in Arizona. Like, you all know those, housing developments or apartments where you need to be, at least 55 to 65 to even live there? The entrance to one of these mini-cities, I'm not kidding, literally the property right across from the entrance was a funeral home. What? But I guess that does answer why in Arizona a lot of elderly people, even though they probably have reached that age where they shouldn't be driving, they still won't let anybody else drive them. I'm afraid it's going to be one of those car rides, like when you tell your dog you're going to the park, and the next thing you know, they have no balls.
Why, thank you, sweetie, to come take me to pick up my prescription at the Walgreens. No, the Walgreens, it's that way, and why did you leave me at the funeral home? Well, I guess if I want to make it anywhere before nightfall, I could always just walk down to the assisted living, down the street.
That has to be the worst impression that I have ever done. But in all seriousness, sometimes the building planners, they just have to think about this. I know that gas prices are going up, and we could use the shortened trip, but just because you can, it doesn't mean that you have to. But on a completely separate note, I don't know how many of you have ever been to, a big city like Chicago, but for those of you who don't know Chicago, it's a big city, and like all big cities, all the streets and sidewalks are constantly clogged. So one day I was on vacation in Chicago, and I'm just walking on the sidewalk. It's between, on one side there's a storefront. This is basically, they have the sidewalk in some places in the middle of the street. They just have a sidewalk with places you could veer off to the other sides. And as I'm walking, I trip and fall on my face. And what did I trip over? A fire hydrant. In the middle, exactly middle of the sidewalk, in the middle of a street. And if you look on the side of the storefront, they have their own sidewalks there. You look on the other side, and that's a park with its own sidewalk that has a fire hydrant on it, lined up with this one. So basically, I don't really know what the purpose of this is except to trip pedestrians. Strike 2 for building planners. But now I just have a few other smaller things I thought you'd find a bit funny and confusing, like I do. The fact that Dora's parents are too cheap to buy her hearing aids, yet she gets more money and resources than any of us do now and will ever get. That xylophone doesn't start with a Z. That Superman looks an awful lot like Clark Kent. The number of people in America who got married last year was an odd number. The average family has 2.4 children. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Word abbreviation is so long. I'm whining. Am I whining? One of the longest words in the English dictionary is the word for the phobia of long words. You're having a seizure before the doctor even finished reading your diagnosis. The pop-up book of phobias. Why are there just so many things that confuse me? But if you laughed at any time during this video, it means that you agree at how absurd some of these things sound. Hey, thanks for watching. Just thought I'd let you know, now we're stepping it up. New videos will be released every Monday. Comment, leave a request, leave a suggestion. If you liked it, hit like, add to favorites, don't forget to subscribe. Once again, I'm Evan Law, and I apologize in advance.